Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I'm in the yard. Deer season's long over, and I find this. Ugh. My dog's been chewing on it since the end of deer season. Why? Because I don't really care about the antlers. It's all about the meat. Of course, I love a big trophy whitetail. When you don't get one, it's not the end of the world. But I want to show you how you can turn this into something cool. Stay tuned. Alright, I've got it free from the deer head now. This is all cut off and ready to do something with. What we're going to end up with is this, which you can set on your table and enjoy rather than have your dog outside chewing on a nasty deer head. But first, we got to cut this off, so let's head to the bandsaw. So here's a really nice shed here, and it was a little wobbly, so I drilled a hole and I pounded in a nail and then broke it off. Now I'm going to, actually it sits pretty good just by itself, but it would look nicer if it had another piece of antler holding it up. So I'm going to drill a hole in this one, mate them up, and then it'll just look really nice. There we go. Need a little epoxy on that. So all I'm going to do is put some epoxy on this spot. Next thing I need to do with this, I need to cut these off so they will be ready to take a candle. I'll let this dry. Next thing we're going to do is drill a hole straight down so then I can pound a nail in, and that's going to hold my candle. Alright, cool. We are on to the next step. All of my pieces now have been cut off, drilled, and I tapped in nails and then broke them off. So they're ready for the next step, which is you need something to put on these pieces so that when you put your candles on, the wax doesn't drip all over. So we're going to make a bunch of these. What you need is any kind of can, any kind of soda can. We're just going to open it up. All I'm doing is cutting off the bottom. Once you get that off, you need some tin snips. Now I'm going to trim real close to the bottom right here. Trimming right around the very bottom where it meets the bend. Just like that. The next thing I'm going to do is take my Leatherman and I'm just going to pinch down the edges all the way around the circle. So it looks like that. That's what you got. So now you've got your little disc. It's got to fit on here now. So I'm just going to take a nail and poke a hole. Now I can put this on the nail, and that is going to catch any kind of wax that drips down from the candle. And it looks pretty cool too. At the bottom of these cans a lot of times are printed with a number or some kind of, I don't know, some kind of stamp. Take some steel wool, and if you rub that, you can get rid of that printing on the bottom of there. Take your steel wool till that printing part is gone. Just nail a hole in the middle of each one. There's one more thing I want to show you that you can add if you want. You take the rest of your soda can and open it up. Here you have a piece of aluminum like this. Using your tin snips, you cut out another circle. I have a circle here that's just a little bit bigger than my original circle. So now I've got a circle of plain aluminum, and I have the bottom. And what you can do is layer these up, and it gives a little bit more protection where your candle's going to sit, and it kind of looks cool too. You can just poke it through. All right, cool. We got our stuff ready. Next step in this process is to go dip some beeswax candles. Let's. When you're dipping candles, you want to have a double boiler. I've got the first kettle filled with water and the wax on the interior, and then I've got cold water to cool. That helps me build up the layers quicker by cooling them down. You can have this kind of build up on the bottom and just take it off. Alright, I don't think I'm going to let these get much bigger. That's probably pretty good for me. What I'm going to do now is square off the ends. I'm just going to use a knife, and because it's so soft, you can just square off the end really easy. Now while it's still warm, I'm going to take this nail and push it in to make a hole where it's going to sit on the antler. You can see how this is going to look. Pretty cool. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you get a chance to make something like this with some of your smaller deer antlers. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, leave some comments. Please don't forget to subscribe if you're just joining us. We'd love to have you. Alright guys, until next time.